everyone and welcome to today's video, which is a book haul. And I know at the beginning of the year I said that I wasn't going to be buying books this year because obviously I have a huge TBR and I need to read those books. But I came across some sales so I couldn't stop myself. I have 13 new books to add to my collection. So let's go through them all. But first, we are going to go through books that I've been sent by publishers, and they're both romance books, so I'm very excited about them. The first one I got was from Penguin, and it is The Partner Plot. And this author is Christina Forrest. She also wrote The Neighbour Favour, which I remember hearing about. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I'm not too sure when that one came out, but I remember seeing the cover and I remember hearing good things. So I'm really excited about this. And it's about our main characters, Violet and Xavier, who used to date in high school, but they ran into each other in Vegas. And when they wake up, they realize they got married. So that just sounds so interesting. Love the cover as well, so I'm really excited to get to this one. And then next from Hachette, I got King of Sloth by Anna Huang, which is the 4th book in the Kings of Sin series. I'm really excited to read this. I've read the first 2 and quite enjoyed them. Need to get to the 3rd one, but then now I've also got the 4th. So can't wait. If you don't know about this book series, they're interconnected standalones, so each book follows a different couple, but they're all super rich and they live in New York City. And it's really fun to read about. So very excited for that one. But next, I got some books at the book fair because there was a book fair on and they were all like $2, so I couldn't pass it up. But the first one I got was The Program. I don't really know too much about this book, but I remember seeing Trinity, I will link her channel up here somewhere, talk about this book because she read it when she was younger and she reread it and really enjoyed it. So I was like, never heard of it, and then I saw it, so I got it because it was $2. So I think this is like a dystopian. Not really too sure what the vibes are, but I don't really know if I want to read the blurb because I kind of just want to go in surprised. And then next I have a book of a book series that I talked about in last week's video, which was every book series I'm in the middle of, and I found the 3rd one in that series. So the series I was talking about was Delirium. This one, Requiem, is the 3rd one, I believe. Couldn't find the 2nd one at the book fair, so I don't have that, but I could probably just borrow that at the library. But now I have the 3rd one, and I did talk about in that video how I never bought the rest of the series because they had changed the covers. This is the original cover of, I don't know if it's original, but this is the cover of Delirium that I have, and obviously it looks very different to this 3rd one. So I didn't want to get the rest of the series in the different covers, but this was $2, so I was like, okay, well, I must. So I have the 3rd book in that series. And then the next book I got is about a girl. I'd never heard of this book before, I've never heard of this author before, but I read the blurb and it sounded quite good. So it's about this girl who just lost her job and she like impersonates her roommate who is a photographer, so she goes to Hawaii and does a photography job, and I don't know. It sounds interesting. I believe it's a romance book, but impersonating someone else, it always ends up bad and there's always so much drama, so I'm excited for the drama. But let me know if you've ever read this book or heard about it because I've never heard about it before, so I'm very excited for it. When did this come out though? Because as I was saying, never heard of it at all. 2013. Okay, yeah, so I was 10. I wouldn't have been reading books like this when I was 10. And the next book that I got from the book fair is a 3rd in a series. The first 2 I have not read, but I also got them at book fairs as well. But it is The Retribution of Mara Dyer. I believe this is a dystopian. I don't know. I don't really know too much about it, but now I have the whole series, so I'm excited to get to these. It looks like it'd be quick to read because the font's quite large and it's got quite a large spacing as well in between it, so I feel like I could read this series really quickly. Don't know when I'll get to it though, but I'm excited to now that I have the full series. And the last book that I bought at the book fair is Magic Study by Maria V. Snyder. I do have the 1st book in this series, which is Poison Study. I'm not sure if this is the 2nd though, so I will have to look that up. And this is a fantasy series, and I've heard good things about it. What's the 2nd one? Magic Study. Yes. Okay, so this is the 2nd one. So now I have the 1st and the 2nd book. But yeah, it's a fantasy series. Heard great things, so I'm really excited to get to this. And usually I do see like random books in this series pop up every now and then through a book fair. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to find the rest of this series in later ones. Not too sure. But now I have the 1st and 2nd. And so those are all the books that I got at the book fair, and they were all $2, which again, very happy with that, great deals. But I also went to Vinnie's, which is an op shop, and I got 2 books from there as well, which are ones that I've been wanting to read for a long time. So first I got The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, and this was $4, but I've only read one Lauren Asher book before, which was Throttled, which I think that's the first in a series. It's like a Formula One sports romance. I didn't love that, but I'm hoping I will like this. This series is called The Dreamland Billionaires, and again, I love reading about billionaires because they have such interesting lives. So I believe these books follow, like, I don't know if they own theme parks or something like that. I don't really know, but it sounds interesting. And of course, so many people have read this book. It was quite popular on TikTok a while ago, so I'm happy to finally get to it. I think this is a trilogy, so I was excited to see that secondhand. And next, for $3, I got Play With Me by Becca Mack, and this is the second in a series, but I do own the first one and the third one. So I didn't have the second, I bought the second. I don't know if I'll be able to get this sticker here off easily. Kind of worried about that, kind of nervous. Don't know when I'll try and peel that off. But this is a sports romance series, I believe ice hockey, so excited for this. And this series again is quite popular, so I have heard good things. I think each book follows a different couple, like most romance book series do, but I'm excited. So yay! And the last 4 books that I got from Kmart because they're doing sales on at the moment. So if you're seeing this the day I upload, those sales are still probably on. Like, they have a lot of books that are half price, so that is why I got some of these. But first, I got Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. This is the 4th book in the Magnolia Parks universe. I do have the first 3. And I haven't read any of them, but I feel like I wanted to have the whole series before I started reading the series, because I think people say that you want to like keep reading them one after the other, so I figured I needed to have the whole series on my shelf before I started. So this was $7, so I was really happy with that. Also, I hadn't seen it at my Kmart for like the longest time. It was always sold out, and it just happened to be there when it was on sale, so I was really happy. And then, of course, to go along with that, I did get Magnolia Parks Into the Dark, which is the 5th book. It's the most recent one. I'm not sure if there's going to be more after this, but it's very chunky. It's got a little metallic spine, quite large. I'm excited. I am nervous because obviously this is quite a big series now, but I've heard great things, so I'm sure I'll love it. And this was $6, so half price. And then next I got The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Again, this is a book that I've heard such great things about. People consider it to be like a modern classic. It is, I don't really know too much of what it's about, but you know, like on TikTok when you see all those dark academia videos and it's got that sound of that lady just talking, I believe that is Donna Tartt actually narrating the book. I don't even know if you're thinking of the same thing I'm thinking of, but like, if you know, then you probably are thinking of it. I did not explain that very well, but what I'm saying is there was a sound from the audiobook that people use on TikTok, but I'm excited to read the book. I believe there's like a murder involved and you find out who was killed straight away, but you don't know who the murderer is. Something like that. I don't know. Sounds interesting. It's like dark academia because they're all people in a university. What university? I don't know. A New England college. So I'm assuming something fancy like Harvard Yale vibes. I don't really know, but looks good. Quite chunky once again, but I'm expecting great things. I really hope I like this. Oh, this was $8 if I didn't say. And then the last book that I got is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This was $6, so I had to grab it immediately because obviously I'm a huge lover of Ali Hazelwood. I've loved every single book that I've read by her, and I haven't got this one on my shelf, so I did buy it. And this is her first YA book, and it's about chess. So I'm really excited about it. I don't really know too much about chess, but perhaps I'll learn something new, as with all her books, because I don't know anything about science either, but I still find them interesting. So I'm sure I'll really like this. Really excited to read it, because of course it's Ali Hazelwood. I just love the way she writes, and the humour's really good as well. So very excited about this one. But those are all my books that I bought recently. I have a problem. I need to stop buying books. But let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books and which ones I should prioritise on my endless TBR. But really excited to get to all these. And also let me know if you've bought any new books recently because I'd love to know about them. But that is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below because I post new videos every single week, so you don't want to miss any new ones. And I possibly could be posting more because I just finished uni for the semester, so really excited. Hopefully I'll have more time to read and film reading vlogs and stuff like that. So if you're interested, stick around, subscribe, and I will see you next time. So thanks again for watching. Goodbye.